In 2026, there are buyers getting into homes with way less money out of pocket, sometimes even closer to $0. And most people don't even realize half of these programs exist. Hi, I'm Jessica Arguello. I'm a realtor here in the Denver metro area. I specialize in helping first-time homebuyers specifically understand how exactly to get into a home, even if they don't think they're ready for it. If you can, please don't forget to like and subscribe right down below. It really helps my channel tremendously, and it also really helps me understand what videos to post and how to reach the target audience that I'm looking for. In this video, I'm going to break down the top loan programs available in Colorado right now, the pros and cons of each, and real examples how buyers are using them. Also, how to actually choose the best one for you, because that right loan strategy can literally save you thousands of dollars up front and hundreds of dollars per month. Program number one, the FHA loan, the easiest entry point in my opinion. This is typically the go-to for many first-time homebuyers because it's far more forgiving. Why people utilize the FHA loan? Because you're able to bring a minimum of 3.5% down. Your credit score can be as low as 620. You have far more flexibility when it comes to your income and your debt. And this is often your entry point into home ownership. The potential trade-offs utilizing this loan product is you will have mortgage insurance, PMI, through the life of the loan unless you decide to refinance. So yes, it is far easier to get into, but it can potentially not always be the cheapest option long term. The conventional loan, the smart long-term play. Let's talk about conventional loans because this is where a lot of buyers actually save money long term. Here's what many people don't know. You can buy with a conventional loan and putting down as little as 3% down on most all conventional programs, assuming this is your first time buying. If it's your second purchase, you're required to bring 5% of the loan amount. But if it is your first home purchase and you're utilizing the conventional loan, you can bring as little down as 3% of the purchase price. Why is this powerful? This offers lower mortgage insurance, and it actually and eventually goes away once you capture 20% of your total equity. You have better interest rates in some scenarios for strong buyers and borrowers. You often get lower monthly payment over time, and this is really geared towards buyers and applicants who have strong and solid credit, typically 680 and above. And this can honestly sometimes just make the most financial sense and potentially be better and cost less than FHA when you're comparing apples to apples. Program number three, this is where it gets fun. We're going to touch on the down payment assistance, and this is where it can really come in as a game changer. This is where it gets interesting. A lot of buyers, people, and borrowers don't necessarily know, and I don't want you to miss out. So in Colorado, there are a ton of down payment assistance options and programs designed specifically to help buyers cover upfront costs. These programs can typically help with down payment assistance, closing costs, and in many cases, both CHFA, Metro TPA, to state a couple. And here's how they work. Some are grants, which means these are programs that do not require you to pay them back. The other are silent second loan options that are deferred, meaning the payments don't go away right away, but they are in silent second position, meaning you don't have to pay them until you either refinance, repurchase on a home, or get to that 30-year term and then decide to pay it off in full. The nice perk is a lot of those programs do not require interest to occur while they're sitting in that silent second position. So it can typically just mean buyers are able to keep their savings and not completely utilize it when purchasing a home. So this is a perfect example. I recently worked with a buyer who needed $25,000 saved to be able to purchase a home. They ended up buying closer to $10K total out of pocket, combining a low down payment assistance option as well as an FHA loan. And then we were able to utilize seller concessions to help cover their entirety of their closing costs. So this is a prime example of how to play a smart game in 2026 and utilizing programs and loans to your best judgment and really just understanding how to use them to your benefit as a buyer. Program number 4, specialty loans. Most people don't even know about these. So these are niche programs that can typically be an extremely powerful product, especially if you qualify, such as like VA loans. VA loans are 0% down, requiring no mortgage insurance. You have phenomenal rates, similar to like a USDA option. This is where you buy in a rural area, and this also has 0% down. You're not required to pay closing costs, and it really just helps cover that gap if you're not wanting to utilize a down payment assistance option, but just wanting to open your ears to all programs accessible to you. And you don't have to be a first-time buyer to utilize a USDA loan either. So now the big question is, which one should you ideally choose as a buyer? It really comes down to 3 things. Credit score is number 1. This is going to really help decide your best loan option and rates. Cash available is number 2. How much do you actually want to spend up front? And what are you able to spend that you know that you can put towards the purchase of a home? Number 3, are you planning to stay in this home for 2 to 3 years or potentially 10 years plus? So this can drastically change how you strategize this next step. And this should also match your timeline, not just your pre-approval and your approval odds. So understanding all of those things and where you see yourself sitting in the next 5 to 10 years. Here's where I see a lot of buyers go wrong as a real estate agent and professional. 1, assuming they don't qualify. 2, talking to only one lender. 3, not exploring assistant programs and options. And then number 4, waiting because they think they need more money. I just wish I could grab your hand and give you the biggest hug. This is just the case that happens far more than it should. And it also happened to me and my husband when we first tried to buy. Just understand that most buyers are far closer than they actually think, and they just don't have the right information and guidance initially. If you really want to maximize your buying power in 2026, here's what smart buyers are doing right now. They're combining low down payment options as well as assistance. They are negotiating seller concessions to cover closing costs entirely, assuming you have a strong agent who's able to negotiate them on your behalf, buying down their interest rate, as well as exploring new construction incentives. This is how you can potentially reduce your upfront cost as well as your monthly payment. So if you're thinking about buying in Colorado and ultimately want to figure out how to actually get qualified, get pre-approved, and done correctly, please reach out to me. I'll connect you with the right lenders and help you build a strategy that best fits your needs, timelines, and goals, as well as your situation. So reach out to me. My info's down below. And I also just want to ask, if you're still here, thank you so much for staying tuned in. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Buying your first home is not about having the perfect finances. It's all about having the right plan. And if you understand these programs, you're already ahead of 90% of buyers. So I am so happy I was able to bring this one to you guys. Reach out if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.